What does Guillermo Lasso's election mean for Ecuador? So we just had an election here in Ecuador. It's April 2021, and Guillermo Lasso was elected over Andres Arauz. I could be getting his first name wrong. I think that was right, Andre or Andres. Lasso is a businessman banker. Arauz, it was the protege of Rafael Correa, somebody who was handpicked by Correa to become the next president of Ecuador. Correa was president of Ecuador for 10 years, widely popular at first, and then widely unpopular in his last several years in office. He was a very far left-leaning candidate, socialist president, I should say. Did a lot of good things early on, lots of infrastructure, really brought the country up to international standards as far as infrastructure and lots of other things, and then went just absolutely crazy his last couple of years, proposing things like 75% inheritance tax, 75% capital gains tax, just had people very scared, a lot of capital flight during that time, as people were concerned that the country may turn into something like Venezuela. Okay, so now we had an election. It was a very contested election. It went to a runoff, and again we had Lasso and Arauz, and Lasso won by 6 or 7 points. So it was very surprising. People didn't think Lasso was going to win. Lasso has run for president 3 times, and again, he's a banker, businessman. Ecuador is a country that's pretty class conscious, and it's a bit of a surprise that he won. As soon as he won, the bond market, the value of bonds went up in Ecuador by a huge amount, as the international community became immediately more confident that Ecuador would be able to pay its debt. He promises to lower taxes, to lower regulation, to allow for much more free trade. He wants to get rid of the exit tax for capital leaving the country. And again, he's a very business-friendly candidate. So without getting into politics, people want what they want and believe what they believe. But if you are interested in freedom, if you're interested in economic freedom, if you're interested in the freedom to move capital, if you're interested in the ability to open businesses, to operate businesses without burdensome regulations and taxes, this is very good news. Yes, so that's really for me the main takeaway, is that this is a very, very positive development for business in Ecuador, for the prospects economically in Ecuador going forward. Right, so that's really, I'm not going to get into the politics of it. He's made a lot of arguments that people on the left like, that people on the right like, that they don't like, vice versa. That's up to personal choice. My angle here, really is as an investor or as a business person or just somebody who's interested in freedom. And this is a very positive development. Had Arauz won, there would have been additional capital flight for sure, and the prospect of Correa-style sort of oppressive / dictatorial / just very authoritarian policies coming back, which would have been obviously a very negative development for Ecuador. So really, I think this is just fantastic news, at least on those fronts. We'll see. I am not someone who believes a whole lot in politicians, and most politicians, in my opinion, are pretty much crooks and criminals, and Lasso's probably no different. But Ecuador has been such a heavily restricted economy in many ways. Import restrictions, import taxes, makes for a lot of scarcity of certain things. Various restrictions of various kinds, and the tax burdens and the taxes in general just make life difficult, make it difficult to run a business, make it difficult for employment, make it difficult for investing. And even though those things are still pretty amazing here in many ways, it looks like they're about to get a whole lot better. So that's the news, that's the story. If you got any questions, please leave them in the comments. Give us a like, share, all that good stuff, and I'll talk to you guys again soon.